I met Steve Stein 20 years ago, flying back from a CAOC board meeting in San Diego. And, he had heard that we were getting involved in doing digital presentations at trial, and he was interested in what we were pursuing. And we just started talking, sitting in the airport down in San Diego at Lindbergh Airport, waiting for our flight. And the conversation continued through the flight and for the next 20 plus years. And Steve became one of my very best friends and confidants. I really think that the words to describe Steve Stein are caring, open, and honest. And I think that he would describe himself that way. He truly cared about other people and was always willing to listen to them, make them feel heard, and give his good counsel. And he was truly one of the wise men, and he had a lot of good counsel to give. And I really think, and honest is, I've never seen or run into a more honest person than Steve Stein. So he would make you feel that he cared, he would listen, he would consider, and he always made everybody who sat down and spoke with him feel better, and that he'd really given them his best efforts and given the time that they needed. What I remember most about Steve is really the perspective to keep each day special, and every day to find some good and to find something to focus on as a positive point in that day, and just kind of in the bigger picture. And he always said it. You never were kept guessing with Steve. Steve loved the action. Steve's dad was involved apparently with the New York mob many years ago. He was a consigliere, and he was involved in all kinds of crazy stuff when Steve was a kid. But his dad always loved the action, even though I don't think Steve approved of much of that action. But Steve himself loved the action, and he'll tell you that to the very end. He wanted to know the little nitty-gritty details about every part of every fight, and he relished in that. And that's what he wanted more than anything in life, was to stay connected and to be a part of it. And we're really happy that we were able to give him that, and that he kept coming around and kept really feeding off of it until the very end. Steve was a real funny guy. He played it pretty straight when he was around most of the folks in our organization and people that he didn't know well. But once you got to know him and he let his proverbial hair down, he had a great sense of humor and such a big heart. And, he made me laugh, and, we did a lot of laughing and crying together over the years. And, that's what made Steve so special. And he always just really overwhelmed you with his big heart. And that was Steve Stein.